Test 1, 2, 3. Hmm. All right, I'm gonna check my audio. Not sure I have audio yet. All right, I'm gonna check my audio. Okay, looks good. Sounds good. Not sure I have audio yet. All right, I'm gonna check my audio. Okay, looks good. Sounds good. Not sure I have audio yet. All right, I'm gonna check my audio. Okay, looks good. Sounds good. Not sure I have audio yet. All right, I'm gonna check my audio. Okay, looks good. Sounds good. Not sure I have audio yet. All right, I'm gonna check my audio. Okay, looks good. Sounds good. Not sure I have audio. Not sure I have audio. Okay, let's see if I got rid of that audio echo. Okay, let's see if I got rid of that audio echo. Okay, let's see if I got rid of that audio Okay, I think I figured out the problem. I had seems I might have had my browser a browser window open and didn't realize it. That's probably causing the problem. I am going to I don't want to mess with my, even though this is not a Steam install or anything, I don't want to mess with my achievements for this playthrough because I'm going to be exploiting quite a few pretty cheaty QOL mods. Um, so what I'm gonna do before I go through the mods and show you what I'm talking about is I'm gonna create the thing as a scenario. You create the map as a scenario, then it disables all the achievements, which is what I want to do. Keep track of everything with milestones. Let's see. I wonder if it's still on my. I better not rely on that. Let's see. This is the one I wanted. Wrong window. No, that's not the one I wanted. Why is that not making the map exchange string available? All right, hopefully it does on this. And if not, I'll recreate the map. Scratch. Not a big deal. Let's see if I can get the desktop audio back. Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay, that should be set. Now, what was I doing? Right. I think I was going to start a new game through a scenario. Okay, that gives me the settings. Let me show you what I'm doing. I experiment with this map. I haven't finished a game on it or anything like that. So what I've done is before I go through all the others, the resources and whatnot. Yeah, I used the novice elevation, and I messed around with the scale and the coverage, and I ended up getting this kind of pretty easy to defend kind of peninsula looking thing. So not looking for any kind of a challenge with this playthrough. Um, In fact, I'm experimenting. It might be a somewhat short stream. I might have so much. The QOL mods, which I'll go through in a second, might be so cheaty that I decide it's not worth continuing, and I'll play something more closer to a vanilla game. But anyway, so this is what the landmass looks like. I am turning off rocks. That slows things down just a tad at the very beginning, but I'm not too worried about that. Give myself as much starting area moisture as I could. I like this map because, first of all, there's all of this wonderful room off to the right to build a base. And it's got a good amount of extra resources within range and all that, which is, I turned the resources up mostly. Everything else is pretty much regular, except for I turned off all the cliffs. And yeah, so let's go look at up the starting area moisture a little bit. I didn't do anything with enemies. That's just, these are regular default enemies. Nothing changed on the advanced tab. Resources. So, like I say, I'm looking for a somewhat relaxed playthrough. And that means, yeah, I'm with this. So for now, Vs, I'm going with default frequency, default richness, but I'm upping the size to huge on everything except for uranium, which I'm doing the exact opposite. I'm leaving that on the lowest frequency. It's still giving me 2 on the map, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So it's still giving me 2 on the map, leaving those regular size and a maximum richness. So once I hook one of those up, I don't have to worry about it again for a while. Then everything on the other planets, I'm basically putting it on max richness and leaving everything else default, except for on Volcanus. As you can see, I increased the size of the acid fields and the ore patches, the tungsten patches. But everything else is max richness. Not going to run out of anything. Fulgora, I left that completely, entirely default. If you increase the richness, then those little islands, the little thin patches that are there, then they become not just starter get you going patches, but like you can camp on them for a while, and I don't like that. So I just leave that one completely default. Galeba, I just turn up the stone. I don't try to do anything with the plants. Then yeah, on a kilo, everything's up on max. Okay. Let's go through mods. I'm gonna do this kind of, how can I do this? Let's try it through mod settings. This will show me most of them. Then I'll talk about the rest of them when I get there. Let's see. So 7 segment digits. That's just a little thing I can put up numbers. If I want to be able to look and see what the count is on something, that's what I use those for. You'll see me do that. That's nothing. That's not cheaty at all, I don't think. Automatic grain painter, bottleneck light. That just is information. Shows you whether it's easier to see whether machines are like output full or working fine or whatever the plants. Editor extensions. I have this installed on always constantly in case I want to go into the lab and do blueprints or something like that. So picky your dollies. Now we're getting into the QOL territory. Can move ghosts, can move entities, place something and say, oh shucks, I wish I would have moved that, put that one tile over. Then this lets you just move that without pulling the building up and setting it back up again and all that kind of stuff. Safer asteroids. Actually, you know what? I think I don't want this. I will try to remember to get rid of this later. I think, let's see. Yeah, I want to get rid of this. I don't I have a feeling I don't get as many asteroids to fill up, like to charge up the ship when I have that. So I was intending to just uninstall that. So I think between episodes or streams, I'll uninstall that. Visible planets in space. That's pretty. Look it up. It makes it so when you're at a planet, you can see it in the background. Anything else? Okay, it looks like I'm gonna. Okay, here's one. Inventory repair. You put something that's broke in your backpack, it fixes it. Rocket silo stats. I can look at my rocket silo stats. Repair from vehicle. This is a little bit cheaty, and nothing like what's to come soon. Let's see, visible planets in space. And I think that's it that we can see from here. All right. The other major, the one that's so cheaty, it's making me think twice. It's giving me the idea that I might stop and start over without it. Is it's one that gives you. Let me show you while it's still in the editor. I have it set up so that when I enter, it starts it automatically paused and I can go and do things. So I'm not going to touch anything, but I want to show you what I'm talking about. It's installed. Is it installed? Oh wow, it's not. I think I have. I think I have the wrong. Okay, I think I have the wrong set of mods. So okay, back out of this. All right, let's do this. Yeah, I see what the problem is now. So this is a good way to show you the mods too. Okay, ore swapper. I may or may not use this. I don't know, but it lets you like change what's on an ore patch. Kind of nice for when you get those mixed patches. It's a cheat, and it is. It's kind of cheaty. I already talked about repair from vehicle. Talk about these, even distribution. That one is very, very quality of life. Inventory repair. I think that's just a library. Notepad is not a cheat mod at all, and it's wonderful. I love it. It gives you a piece of kind of like this gives you one file, one thing of text where you can make notes. Or eraser. I don't consider this cheaty. It lets you get rid of resources rather than adding them. I guess on the other hand, it makes it so you might not have to filter like mixed mining or something like that. I'm over all that kind of stuff. Factory planner. I don't really use that. I use rate calculator. I can't play without that. Talk about editor extensions. I'm going to keep the safe planets off. And I think that means I can probably turn off this right here. So I'm going to play with vanilla of that. Sharper planets, that's visual. Rocket stats, I talked about that. Space platform designer. That's just a scenario. And I may use that to design spaceships if I don't use ones that I've already designed, which is probably what I will do. Filter helper, makes it easier to set filters. It gives you like a little, it's kind of aware of what's on the belt or in the box, and it gives you some suggestions. It makes it easier to set up filters on inserters. This is my bot start mod. I basically copied another mod that I like called Jared's Simple Bot Start, and I changed a few things. and now this one is mine. It's it works completely independently of the regular bots. Like, it doesn't screw up your research on the regular on the games bots, and gives it a nice speed, gives them a nice enough speed boost that they're not useless. But there's only 50 of them, and by the time you get to where you have power armor and power armor Mark II and all that, then it's at the point where it's worth, it feels like an upgrade to change to the game's regular. But until then, everything's so much easier to not have to go through the picking and placing and all that. Teleporters, that's cheaty. This is cheaty. I plan on exploiting it mercilessly, shamelessly too. So, productivity research for everyone. This is the one that I don't know. This one basically, for almost, it seems like for everything in the game, it gives you productivity research for it. Just like you have like for plastic and fuel, steel, and everything in Space Age. This gives you productivity research for everything else, including the science packs, and it gives them to you like right away. As soon as you have read science, you have these. So yeah. So that means if I exploit this too much, it's going to be silly, you know. Okay, teleporters. Those do what you think. You can set them up at about anywhere, and you can step into it and go wherever you want. And I probably will plan on using them to go between planets. And that's not the end of it. This is a recipe for freezing, for making ice cubes. That's all it does. No refrigeration or anything. Utility combinators. I want to just play with this. I don't really know that much about it. AAI containers, AAI loaders. These are the big, like, warehouse type things. I like that. Admin control center, new to this. I have it installed, but it's not the kind of thing, I don't think I'll use it. Higher ammo. Oh, this makes it so you can put more ammo on rockets. Yeah. Land pump, you can place water pumps wherever you want. And that goes for all the other things you use offshore pumps for, like on Bulgora. Science pack productivity, I'm going to take that out. That's redundant with this other one, I think. AAI loaders saying that just cheapens the recipe, makes it reasonable for the AAI loaders. Rail foundation tiles, it gives you like a intermediate, like you can only use it, it only works for rail tiles, and you get it earlier than the foundation that you get on a kilo. Now there's another one. Oh, what items do I have? That's an info one. There's another one I'm looking for. It doesn't seem to be installed. Try. I better install this back, because that other one might need it. So there's one, I meant to have that installed, and basically it lets you set up. And again, this one's like really cheaty. I played around with it, and as long as you don't abuse it, it's okay. But like you can set up, you can take a, what do you call it? You can take a requester chest and a provider chest, asset provider chest, and you can set them up with a special code, and they'll just transmit. The provider will just transmit whatever you set it up for, that ingredient, to the requester chest. And that goes anywhere from, you can transmit your science packs from a kilo to Malvise if you wanted to. When I've used this, and if I enable it in this one, I'm not going to use it that way. I think that's kind of that. Yeah, I'm going to set up space platforms and ship things. There are little nitpicky side things that I used it for. Like I think I set it up for sending some like water cans over, um, moving things around the base. That's yeah. Like I can imagine using it to send like I don't know biter eggs from like a remote outpost to so yeah, I might use it for like a few like little convenience things like that. But you use too many QOL mods, or at least if I use too many QOL mods and abuse them too much, then it cheapens the game so much that it's no longer fun to play. So I have to be careful. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna load the save as sync, so that'll get most of those going. Thank you for bearing with me on this. This is probably not very fun watching someone make one mistake after another for the first half hour, but manage your expectations for this stream. And I am going to look for that mod that I'm talking about with the chests. Now, if you're watching this, and I'm not trying to promote my channel or anything, but if you're watching this and the only thing you don't like about it is I've used all these QOL mods, leave me a comment, and I will consider. If I get a lot of comments like that, I will consider changing things up. I don't know. So I'm looking for that. There it is. Okay, is there anything else I need? No, 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 no. Nope. Yeah, should be good now. Let's go ahead and restart that. Safer asteroids is off. Good. Quantum fabrication, that's another one that's pretty like deep in the cheat range, but it's fun. It can speed up a game. I don't need to update either one of those. All right, let's hope this is good. I'll do my best not to have to do this again. I guess I can get rid of the starting soon thing. I've started. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I haven't really officially started yet, so you can't be mad at me for messing up the starting the game. All right. I don't still have that in my copy and paste. I will just play a different seed. Okay. Good. Okay, I've already went through that, so I'm not going to go through it again. Looks like it's all good. Right, so in case you fast forwarded or something, I'll just show each screen. The resources and terrain are the only ones I touched. I disabled rocks. That might freak some people out, but honestly, I'd rather play with cliffs than rocks, except for like the first 10 minutes of the game. But anyway. All right, so this is going to start me in the editor mode. And now I'm going to show you that thing on the tech tree before I go into the game. So here's this mod called productivity research for everyone or something like that. Like it gives you productivity research for everything. It gets a little pricier as you go along. The first kind of like tier or everything is like 100, but once you get up to like military science, now that's 300. Advanced circuits are 2,000. So it's not like it's just completely free, but man, once you have like 10, 20, 30, 50%, especially on science packs, that really starts to add up, and it starts to kind of snowball. Even if you get kind of like the low-hanging fruit from each one, right? So anyway, I plan on playing around with that a little bit. Like I said, I don't want to exploit it too much or it'll remove the fun. So I'm going to go ahead and leave those. I'm not going to cheat myself anything in. I'm tempted to give myself some furnaces, but eh. You're still with me. That's not, if you're still with me through this, it's not going to bother you watching me slow start furnaces. Okay, so let's save and play. All right. Finishing the cutscene. All right, so let's see. So I don't have any. So I need stone. I can't do anything until I have stone. I do need to get rid of trees. So this is the nice thing. This is my mod. Gray Hills simple bot start. Gives you a nice little 2-slot equipment grid. This like kind of weird version of Power Armor Mark II that you can't really do anything with. It does have, unlike the thing I based it on, the mod that I based it on, unlike that one, this one does have like the resistances. So, which I need because I really suck at combat. I'm really bad at it. So. All right, so I have neighbors close by. I'm just gonna get rid of all these trees now. Good. All right. Those two. Okay, I think. So that gives me fuel. All right. So my choices are like to get iron plates while I go chip rocks by hand, or to go down and use this to mine rocks. But actually, I think it's that much. Okay. Chip rocks by hand it is. Each one of these is... Each 5 of these is a furnace. Each furnace is a new mining drill. So I want to get up to enough for several furnaces so I can put those on the stone and then ramp up my iron. That's the plan. Let's go up to 15 here. Yeah, really, it's honestly, it's not ideal, but it's really not that bad either. Honestly, I don't usually like wooden boxes, but I happen to have a lot of wood. Okay. And let's get 3 of these going. Oh, I still have, well, I probably won't use this organizer. I'll explain that later in case I use it. I don't plan on using it. It's like having a active provider chest, basically. Or like one of those things you use in creative mode, only it's shaped like a mining drill. So yeah, I'm not. I tried it. You know, it's nice, but I tried one playthrough with it. I started out on a as tiny of an island as I could. And then I ended up making my whole base on landfill on a separate island. And then I returned the tiny island to the biters and let them take it back over. And I pulled everything, all of the starter stuff that I had begun on there, I took that off. That was kind of fun, actually. I only played that one up until I went to space. So, I don't know, sometimes you can be, like, creative, I guess. Alt mode. Okay. So that's even distribution that lets me do that. Now while those are going, I'm gonna get another set going on here. Alright. Or maybe not. I'm not in a hurry to aggro all of the biters. So yeah, it's a bit slower, but really it's not that big a deal starting without rocks. And it's like the rest of the game, being able to drive around. And yeah, I can run into trees, but those you can kind of like go through. Running into rocks when you're fighting clearing biter nests, it's not fun. Some power going. And what do we have here? Let's see. I need all of these. This is what? Let's go get some more fuel. So it's also a little bit of a run speed increase, which is too shabby. I'm just gonna get all of this removed. It's gonna end up needing to go anyway. And once it gets all polluted, I don't like the look of it. So. Okay, well, time to start thinking about doing some research. All right, so let me show you why this is nice. So this offshore pump, let's go put it up here close to the, I don't want to do this. How about right here? Same I don't have water. I don't have to run up the lake. So very, very convenient. So this is entirely a single player. I don't use the Steam install. When I am going to do a playthrough on that, and that one I will play completely vanilla, obviously. Otherwise, it won't count. But I decided to hold off on doing that until 2.1 comes out, because if they change any of what it takes, they make any big changes, whether to make it easier or harder, I don't want to feel like so I want to wait. I want to get those achievements on the most up-to-date, the version of the game that's going to last. I have all of the achievements except watch your step. While playing Steam, the Steam install, which I stopped playing in 23. While playing that install, I managed to never get hit by a train, but I got all the other achievements. Not in one shot, not in one game, but. But back then, you had to beat the game to get a lot of those achievements, like Lazy Bastard. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it should be, it'll be close. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these crafted. And then it's one thing to have a research, but having enough iron and resources to make the ammo, all that kind of stuff. So I did a playthrough, then I stopped short of like a kilo, where the only reason I did that one was just to test out the keeping your hands clean. And that one, believe it or not, like if I'm gonna go for like an achievement and do something where it's kind of like a test of skill, then I want no cheese at all. If I'm playing a game like this where it's really more like using Factorio as a toy rather than as a sport, then I don't care as much. But if I'm, like, for example, what I'm getting at, like, so keeping your, what's it called? Not keeping your hands clean. Or yeah, no, keeping your hands clean. The one where you wait and you can't kill any spawners, no enemy buildings except for worms, until you kill one with artillery. So that means you can either use that, what might as, if it's not an exploit, it's close enough to an exploit until an exploit comes along. But then speedrunners are allowed to use it, so I don't know, like you. But anyway, it seems like an exploit to me, and that's all that really matters when I'm making decisions about what I'm doing. So anyway, I played it. I got the keeping your hands clean without putting like the pipes on to capture the spawners. I just defended. I did it the old-fashioned way with like walls and flame turrets and all that kind of stuff. Really sucked too. I hate, as you'll see, I don't like that play style. So I'm not looking forward to doing the achievement run on when I revive my Steam account. But there's a little bit of a completionist in me that wants to. Did I lose a? There we go. All right, might as well get that going next. And this is always the smoothest. Okay. I guess I want to make some of these, and then I want to make some of those. And I want to make some ammo. Yeah, I got a little while. It's weird. It seems like it's pushing the ones on the green faster than it's pushing the ones in the desert. Weird. Very strange. What can I do? This is where you'd usually like go and like look for rocks to chop or something like that. Maybe I'll go out this way and explore. I know there's not really anything out here though. But it's nice to know where everything is. Grab all this yucky wood. In case I have to drive out here. So I have oil right to the north. I think I remember I have some to the south. A little bigger patch. Haven't been keeping up on my stones. Yeah, that gives me quite a few to mess around with. Okay. Forgot about my assemblers. Ammo. Cooking. So I want to surprise them. I don't want them to surprise me. Take that out. Let's see, 136. Okay, these are gonna go. Yes, they suck up pollution and all that, but yeah. I'm sure it makes a little bit of a difference. Let's get these 4 on copper stuff. I'm hoping to be able to take out all 3 of those nests on one trip. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go do what I can. And none of them are particularly... I guess I'll just take them in order, basically. I like coming in from the left for some reason. Okay. Good. Oh. So that's putting 48 in. That's... Oh, hey, you. I wasn't ready yet. Let's see. I want to knock this down to... We'll say 20. Wait a minute, let me save. Let's say... Brilliant. Okay. Good. Let's get some trees. Be driving. What the hell? How did I get that? Be driving around in here eventually. Oh. No worms. Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. Oh, hello there, KT. KT Canadian. Welcome. Did not see you come in. Oh, cool. Hi there. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but welcome. Yeah, When you say vanilla, you probably mean you play without Space Age? Or do you mean without all these mods? Wow, that must add a lot of hit points. Okay, well, that looks like I have that side fairly okay. I'm gonna go down and do the, well, actually I probably should replenish my ammunition, I suppose. Okay. What can I craft while I'm making more ammo? So that's good. I'm a big believer in a good offense is the best defense. My name is Muslim. Welcome. Space Age is. Yeah, I'm playing Space Age. Got it. Yeah, I don't. Your friend doesn't have the DLC. Understandable. And I played the base game since it was like in early access. I think I started in 2018 maybe. So yeah, I've played a lot of Factorio. So, and the base game is a wonderful game, which eventually. All right. How many do I have to take? 2 small nests. It's probably enough. I like to be prepared. You know. Let's put this through. Charge up the burners a little bit. When I come back, I need to start thinking about getting some coal going too. And yeah, those. Let's change these to. All right. I should be able to make some trouble for these folks down here with 322 ammo. Then I need to get science automated. Okay. All right, that gives me some breathing room, I think, to go automate science, get coal going, and all that good stuff. Make sure there's not one over here hiding in the woods. Oh, I figured it out. I'm kind of thick. You probably mean that the origin of your name is Muslim, not that it's like a translation of that word. Anyway, I apologize for that. Okay, let's get some gears. And some science packs. Okay, picker dollies. Let's you do this. That's picker dollies. Then there's also times it's easier just to move them. Let's make... Oh, I don't need that many. Why? Maybe 12. Maybe 12 more will do. Hmm. Coal mine, circle, and craft by one item. Not sure what you mean. When you set them up in a circle like this, they feed each other, see? So, I dropped one piece of coal in to get it started, then I came back and I took what I had made so far to get them all going. So now it's, whenever I come by, I can just take more off the top and feed it into my whatever needs fuel. But up until this point, I wanted to get rid of all those trees where I'm going to be building, so I just use those as fuel instead of having that wood sit around. I hope that answers the question. If that was the question. All right. All right, I'm still researching that. I'm tempted to build more burner drills, but I kind of want to manage the pollution a little bit. And get to the mining drills. Doing my usual. Taking it slow. All right. Good. There we go. Okay, now I can set up. Actually, better yet. Put craft schemes and gears while you building or walking or replenish resources. Sorry for being annoying. Oh, that's okay. Put craft schemes and gears. I kind of like to try to get it automated. At least some of the things as soon as I can. Yeah, there's a little bit on. Whoops. Oh, missed. Backing off on my research. This would have been handy earlier. Okay. Think. Let's see. Whoops, I did too many undos. Well, there we go. Okay. Good. That's gonna help a little bit. That gets going. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's get that like so. You have built-in drones and they didn't construct anything or destroy trees. That's because, so I want to be able to stamp down these blueprints right now. And I don't want them trying to like, while I'm handcrafting, inserters as I go, I don't want them going and plopping them where I don't want them. So for now, I'm just turning off the drones until I get more resources going. Let's see these. Okay. Mm. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Hmm. Oh, hello. We have a little expansion showed up. And I didn't even see it. Very sneaky. Come at me when I'm not looking at my mini map. Okay. What else? They expanded from something somewhere, so let's see what's back here. Within 7 chunks. There it is. Hi. Oh no. All right. Okay. That'll give me back some breathing room for a while. Turn off my robots. So yeah, I turn off the robots because, like, for example, this copper one, I don't need that all built, right? So if I go near it with my robots, then they will build it, right? And I'll use those inserters that I'm not ready to use up yet. Why that is, whoops, wrong direction. Okay. Let's see, that will go, where about here? We good? Whoops. This. Let's say, yeah. Okay. See, that's what I mean. All right. Now I can finish this. Yeah. Oh, set it up.